Hey guys, welcome back to some Sword Stuff. As you can see, we're looking at the Conquest boss and we have a ton of guildies in here absolutely destroying it, which put us into the #1 slot within Sword Staff within our server based on our guild. But in today's video, I want to look at what just opened, guys, within the daily dungeon. Looking at, we have 2 free attempts, and this is looking at the Celestship. So the Celestship is, of course, going to be the next one. Reach power 6.5 million. Now we are just about 20.9 million power on this account. So we're going to easily be able to go through here. And I want to kind of see what it is, because this also gives us introduction to the new shards, the new gear that is coming. And you'll also notice this, though, this is the very last one within this season. So I think this is going to be the last dungeon that we're seeing within this season itself. So I wanted to hop in here. I want to run through this a couple times. We have the 2 attempts. Now, when it comes to building it up and making progression, this, of course, is going to require you to buy your additional 2 daily attempts every single day. You never want to miss this. It is the absolute biggest thing that we have within this game, being able to farm this out on a regular basis, getting gear, and really making progression. Because if you see, the drop level in here goes to 250. Now, if we start looking at Bladeshire, it actually stopped at 225, even at Nightmare. So all of the gear that we essentially farmed within Cloudcrest, moving into Bladeshire and now into the Celestship, is going to be replaced in a very, very quick manner. Now, of course, I am still running a Guardian. I am a tank within this game and have been for an incredible amount of time. So I want to run through and see exactly what this looks like. Now, we do run an Aegis build, which of course is a highly, highly dedicated shield tank with a double taunt in there. So we want to make sure we can get through here. And I feel like even here, guys, if we have a Demon Reaver, if we have 2 of us, he's sitting over here with his wings. He's got a couple taunts in here. Right there's the taunt. So he's definitely 24 million, so definitely pretty strong in there for a Guardian. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to swap me to a Warden, so actually a damage dealing spec. I'm going to make sure this is enabled, and we're going to go ready. That is going to be all of us. Now, left or right, you could go in here for a ton of different mobs, but you want to follow the chest. Now, that is very something very important to note. When it comes to building this out, there are some high-level players. As you can see, this is going to be super easy to probably breeze right through. Not going to have to worry about any of our rest stations or our restore stations, because even here, guys, we have some buffs that are going on with the team. Boom, White Tiger gets one-shotted within this dungeon. Now, I'm hoping, and with going through here, I'm hoping that once we finish out this dungeon, that the next one will be able to unlock and we'll be able to get it in its entirety, so we can actually start running right off the bat because of our power level into a harder dungeon up front. And you notice, guys, the Panda is here. Phantom Bamboo level 80 is here. Now, a lot of players have said very, very broken in this season, which is important to note because a lot of players have said in the next season that is coming that the Panda is not super effective, that it actually goes back to the regular damage dealing pet that we've seen in the past, which again is yet to be seen to me. This actually came out a couple hours ago. So again, I wanted to run through here. I know we had the guild conquest and everything going on, but it seems like we're going to be able to break this out pretty easy based on power level, because even here, guys, see, I'm at 21. Let's see who else we got in here. I love looking at the other characters. And right down here, guys, 40.1. Yeah, Blizz is just crushing it. And right there, so this is what we were looking for, guys. We get the S rating in there. We'll give them our thumbs up. We'll claim the rewards. And a lot of times we do get some of the new material like the Bronze Blade. And I probably shouldn't have claimed. I probably should have just finished that in the entirety so we could actually go through and do the next one and level up the next one in the entirety, because that is going to give us the highest rating right there. So we'll claim up all these in its entirety, bringing us to hard mode. So 20 million, we know we're almost at 21, so we can go ahead and unlock this. This is going to give us access to a new set. Now within here, you'll notice that there is like the Holy Sword. Then there is the Mage version or the Destroyer version, the actual one, which is weird because I ran this a couple times in the last dungeon, and I got a couple pieces that were not meant for me, like the Codex. A lot of players said to save it. I ultimately ended up just getting rid of it because, of course, we need a shield. We need a couple different builds in here, depending on which spec you are and which spec and which set bonuses you are getting out of here. Now, Nightmare is going to be at 24.5. So this is going to be the farming mode for us. Now, of course, this is going to exclude a significant amount of players. Any players within kind of that 4 million buffer between unlocking the normal and the hard mode is going to make a really big difference in progression. Going to be a little bit of a longer wait time. And I feel like this is players that are going to be pushing a lot of content because through here, we'll get some of the bronze sets. We might even get some of the regular sets. These, of course, are going to be at a much higher drop level, meaning, again, all of the gear that we just farmed for, we are going to replace relatively quickly. And of course, I think I'm probably going to get run over in here for a tank being into a new section within the game itself. And you can see estimated wait time, we're what, 45 seconds in with an estimated wait time of 10. So it is taking a little bit of time to actually get some players in here for hard mode. Also have to pay attention to the Conquest. I don't think we're going to kill the boss, but it does take an incredible amount of time to go through there. Boom, set team. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm happy with the lineup in here. Usually someone, went ahead and declined it. Set number 2. See, double tank is going to be hard in here. I'm going to stay in my Warden spec and see if this player, 21.9, so definitely a little bit higher, is right there. So we do have the tank specs in there. I'm going to go ahead and drop back a little, let him tank, which it looks like he put on a damage dealing set. So if he's going ready and he's going damage dealing set, I'm going to have to go with my Aegis spec. We're going to go ahead and ready this and see if we can burn this through. I feel like if we don't have a really strong one, this might be a little bit of a struggle going through. Boom, there is the taunt itself. Okay, so we do have a pretty, and I seen the wings right there as soon as I noticed it. So we do have a pretty high level player rate here, 35.3, so definitely well over what we're looking for. Yeah, this is going to be another S run. Should be pretty easy. We have some support in the back with our other player right there in the back. I seen some heals that were being popped right off the bat, which is right back here. Yeah, 20 million, MW Flower. Again, got a pretty good healing spec in there. Definitely liking it. Buffing up a couple ones. And again, having one primary damage dealer just that strong, just train wrecks the whole entire thing. But it's cool to see the new content. It's cool to get through here. I have not gotten the Panda yet. We are still running the Aegis Wing, which is the beast that we are running. We do have the adult version of the Aegis Wing. So it does work out pretty well. And after, I believe, round number 2, it summons the Aegis Wing, which you can see, guys, popped up right there at the top. But again, damage dealing wise, it seems like we're going to run it through. And honestly, the casters in here are just crushing it. There's so much damage. Look at that. I know, again, very, very high power level, but that just absolutely decimates the entire battlefield, guys. And of course, like I said earlier, this is the one that I'm going to have to farm. This is the one that we're going to have to work through for a considerable amount of time because we are about 3 million combat power from being able to get to that next section. So this, again, is going to be the farming part. But like I was saying with the Panda, it seems like this is going to be the one that a lot of players are going to be using, the dark spec, I guess, in the next chapter or the next section of the game itself. But again, it is kind of yet to be seen exactly what that's going to look like. Big heals right there. We'll pop a taunt on this very last guy, and then it's going to be game over with the damage. Boom. We'll go ahead and drop our thumbs up again. Very cool. Thank you. MW. Oh, they're all same guild. So a bunch of MWs in there. Boom. There we go. Another 10 shards. Didn't get any upgrades at this point. So unfortunately, yeah, no more upgrades. But again, we have 2 more runs that we can do through here. Not going to be able to get Nightmare. So hard is going to be the farming mode that we're doing. Looking at the ranks, guys, there are some players that are just absolutely crushing it, which is always cool to see. I love going in here and seeing the different specs that they're running, the different formations, and seeing exactly what other players are running. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to run 2 more on hard mode, like I said, within here in the Conquest. We're in combat. We have, 43 left of boss number 90, but we are now ranked in number 1. We have killed 90 bosses, almost our 90th boss, which is done. We still have a total of probably about 33 of 50 rounds already done in there. But this is how we run Conquest, guys, and this is why we just burn through bosses. Usually every day or 2 we burn through a boss, but definitely going to push a lot more when it comes to building this out and getting that built up a little bit further. We've got a few claims from yesterday, a couple of extras in there. Definitely like an Ascended piece right there. And then, of course, we are building out our card in the entirety. We talked about it, 108 is the cap that we're sitting at right now, still waiting to get a couple more of the key parts, including the roller built on the entirety. But all right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.